Greetings, fellow Whovians. Whovian Queen here. Hope you have a good week so far. Well, we'll give the 11 talk to Aaron, now continues on with Cold Blood. So, let's take a look at it. Deep under the earth, Amy and Mo escape from the Silurian Dr. Malekith's experimentation, and Mo discovers his son, Elliot, sedated in a chamber and under observation. The leader of the Silurian warrior caste, Restak, insists both the 11th Doctor and geologist Nasreen Chandri be executed and escorts him to a Silurian court. Though Amy Mo interrupt the trial with stolen weapons, they too are captured. Eldane, Restak's superior, is called in by Malekith and demands a halt to the hostilities. The Doctor makes contact with Rory. Mo's wife, Ambrose, and Ambrose's father, Tony, reminding them to keep their captive Silurian, Restak's sister, Alea, alive. They are unaware that Ambrose has already killed Alea because she would not help Tony, whom she had infected with Silurian venom. The Doctor arranges a conference between Eldane, Amy, and Nasreen. The three discuss how humans and Silurians can coexist on the surface. Ambrose and Tony, worried about the Silurian reaction when they discover Alea's death, send Nasreen and Tony's drill to burrow into the oxygen pockets of the Silurian's underground city 15 minutes after they depart, which would destroy it. Meanwhile, Restak has killed Malekith for his betrayal and awakened other members of the warrior caste, intending to stage a coup against Eldane. The Doctor escapes with the humans and channels an energy pulse to the base of the drill before it impacts the city. Eldane returns the warriors to hibernation by initiating a toxic fumigation. The humans escape, and Eldane hopes that in 1,000 years, peace between humans and Silurians can occur. Tony, still affected by Silurian venom, opts to stay behind to be cured, and Nasreen stays with Tony. Nice. The Doctor, Amy, and Rory find a crack in the cavern wall similar to those they have seen before. The Doctor surmises that the crack was caused by an explosion in time, which might have left shrapnel behind. He reaches in and pulls out an object which he wraps in a handkerchief. Restak, dying from the toxic exposure, crawls around the corner and fires at the Doctor, but Rory pushes him out of the way and takes the shot, dying in Amy's arms. Aww. The crack absorbs Rory's body, erasing him from existence and causing Amy to lose her memory of him. Aww. Returning to the surface, the Doctor takes out the object he pulled from the crack. A burned piece of the TARDIS's sign. Bum bum bum. So anyway, let's look at the production of this episode. Writer Chris Chibnall was contracted by executive producers Stephen Moffat and Piers Wegner to write a 2-part Doctor Who episode about Silurians in a drill. Chibnall had previously written the Doctor Who episode 42, as well as episodes of the spin-off series Torchwood. Cold Blood is the second part of the story, which began with Hungry Earth. The latter built up the tension while Cold Blood was assigned to get into the action. Cold Blood is also set in the bigger setting of the Silurian city, while Hungry Earth was set in a small Welsh village. Chibnall wanted the Silurian city to contrast with the village. Chibnall wanted to be a story about people making mistakes under massive pressure, and the accidental conflict that came out of protecting a family. As such, it was intended for Alea to die. He considered Cold Blood especially to be so clear about the Silurians and what the Silurians want. Moffat's plan from the outset to tie the episode into the overarching arc of the series was that Rory not just die, but be erased from history in the crack of the universe. Moffat will later bring Rory back as the Pandora opens, though the episode reveals his consciousness was placed in a Roman centurion Auton as part of a trap for the Doctor to save the universe from the cracks. Moffat also thought it was appropriate as the trio had had fun, and now it was time for a casualty. Rory's death is also connected with Chibnall's theme of making mistakes. It was the Doctor's fault as he stopped to look at the crack. Gillen called this scene incredibly challenging for her to perform and tried to make it truthful and believable. The Hungry Earth and Cold Blood made up the 4th production block of the series and were filmed in late October and November 2009 at the Riverboat Studios and Llanwino, Wales. Cold Blood utilized many different locations and unusual sets to portray the Silurian city, as the production team did not want simply a cave feel. They believed that the Silurians were also sophisticated and were able to use materials found underground, such as granite and marble. Manifests were given orange glow from beneath to portray the ambient glow from the center of the earth. The jungle walkway leading to Silurian City was filmed in the Plantasia Botanical Garden, Swansea, on November 13th, 2009. The set gave a sense of things growing, as these were necessary for the Silurians to survive. Set designers were able to rearrange the plants, though they had to be careful not to show the window leading to the car park or other modern amenities. The hall where the doctor's barber execution was filmed at the Temple of Peace in Cardiff, and little dressing was done to the set. So overall, this is a pretty sad conclusion to the two-parter, considering what happened to Rory. So, yeah. So overall, I give Cold Blood 4 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload videos. And to help support this channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. Link, as always, is in the description below. Until the next time, as we take a look at Vincent and the Doctor. Well, until then, this is Hoovy and Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt!" When I say run, run! Adverse to polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo! Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.